Hey guys, welcome to this channel. Welcome to my channel, welcome to your channel. And yeah, you know when you get spammed, people wanting to give you trading trading signals and stuff like this. This is the joke. So I was yeah, been loads of spam coming through, and my Telegram channel is just full of just junk. So what do we got today? And I'm aware that there's a blank screen behind me, but thought we'd just have a little chat. Mr. Brendan Reed Jones in the background. Yeah, so today we're looking at Bitcoin and what it's doing and what it did yesterday. And are we going up the channel? Yo! Got to start work here soon, but we'll definitely watch this on my break. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, buddy, and thank you for that comment. It always instills a bit of confidence when there's somebody commented, because you know that you're live. Yeah, thanks for your support, buddy, and I'll catch you later. Enjoy your break and your work. Yeah, so the thing is, right, when price goes up so a certain amount, but the RSI goes up like a really big chunk in comparison to, you get like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, divergence. It's divergence, that's what it is. It's not convergence, it's quite the opposite. You get a divergence, you get something that's not right, something that's not sitting right. You know, price goes up so much and the RSI should follow it, and if the RSI goes the opposite way to where the price action goes, then there's something wrong. And that's when you can turn around and say, okay, well, I'm just going to come off the reins here a little bit, rethink your action plan, put in a different trade. You might want to go short now after being going long, or long after short, or whatever, or just close your position and say, okay, well, this is a no trade zone right here. And yesterday's video, I deleted the long ass one, but the other one that was a little bit shorter, I made it quite clear that it was going up too fast and that there's something wrong with it. And so if I bring up the charts now and we start to look, I can show you how I knew that we were going up too fast, and why I felt that the turnaround would end up happening, and how, without knowing any news about Amazon or anything like this, just by looking at the charts, I could tell. So let's bring up the charts and have a look. And as if by magic, there are the charts. So I'm going to shrink myself down because I'm way too big just here, and I'm going to move myself about here. And I appreciate that some of you guys have got phones, so you'll want to see a little bit of me to see that I'm sincere in what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, so let's have a look at what happened and what's happening today, and what we could see. I'll just turn this music down a little bit. Mr. Brendan Reed Jones, check him out on Spotify. Brendan Reed Jones. So pretty cool kind of country rock stuff. And yeah, okay, so all right, well, one of the first things is to sort of, like, I suppose, is worth mentioning that each candle, the RSI isn't a fluid. It isn't a fluid motion. It's not like a graph that just follows the price action really smoothly. It glitches like this, and every time that there's a candle close, that's when the RSI then goes over to the next candle. So today we haven't had much action. So the distance between, you know, where that kink is just there, the kink, and the stop of it, that that's how big that's just the thickness of the candle pretty much, because it's almost horizontal. But the distance between there, where the kink is, and the previous day is down here. So it's what you've done is essentially is you kind of you've stretched the distance of the RSI, and because of the price action's gone up, quite, what was it, 10% 12% or whatever, 18% I think at one point. But what it did is it pulled the RSI, and instead of it being so long, it ended up stretching it and pulling it up, yeah. But the RSI ended up going up so much in comparison to the price action that it wouldn't have allowed a continuation for the RSI to go into the overbought area, which is up here, and then continue to keep going up, because the RSI only goes up to sort of 90 at best. You rarely see anything above that. In fact, the settings on there only saying 75, but that's just the way the settings are. Yeah, so if you see here, every time that I move on a day, you can see that the RSI sometimes really gets stretched. Sometimes it just moves, like the distance between there and there is really short, yeah. But from here to here, I mean that was massive. You really stretched, and it can be more than that. It can be more than that. But that was what the alarm bell was ringing to say. Hang on, the amount it's gone up by in comparison to the price action was telling me that there was something wrong. There was a divergence. There was something that wasn't right. I'm looking at market cap here, like a blank. Dominance, sorry. But even more so now. It was still relevant there. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a pump right now on Bitcoin, and that's great. That's great news. Sitting at the 236 here, but it's still very relevant. Is that if you look the distance between the RSI here and here, if you're on a mobile phone, you won't see it, I'm afraid. But yeah, the RSI from here to here is very small, very small. And then the next one, it goes all the way from here to here, and it's stretched quite considerably. And the same for the previous day. And that first candle here, look at the distance it was stretched on that one. Yeah, so yeah, the speed in which it's gone up to the kind of overbought mark was telling me that it couldn't sustain the move. Now we've kind of gone over a day. It's given us a little bit of a breathing space, and you can see that the RSI has hardly moved here, but the price it's better. It's where I would want to see it. So here now we've got, obviously, well, I don't need to measure it. We've got a 3% move up on Bitcoin from its opening. Obviously not its entire move. Its entire move from its low earlier on, it's up 5.5%. But from its open, it's up 3.16. But the RSI it's not moved much in comparison. So this is a lot more healthy. This is what, if we'd have seen this kind of price action with the RSI going up a little slower, then it would have given me a little bit more confidence that we were going to turn around and come back down. Much better though today. So I'm pleased about that. And looking at this pitchfork that I've drawn in, it's working out really well for us. We've got it closed obviously down here, right, where the red is. Maybe we can check him, and that shouldn't even be there anyway. That one, that should be on the open. Hang on a sec, on the close of the daily. Let me just unlock it and move it. I messed around with that on my phone, I think, so that should be there anyway. Lock it. So what am I doing? Is that right? Or shall we go back another one? Yeah, hang on. Sorry guys. Got to stop clicking so fast. So unlock. No, it isn't locked. Okay. In fact, if I put a magnet tool on, the magnet tool is pretty cool. It just helps things stick to where they need to be. And then at the bottom, probably that one would be better. That's not going to make any difference really. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here we are. now on the way back up. So I don't know if you guys that follow me, you've obviously, well, it would appear obvious that you guys follow other people as well. Is that Amazon ended up there was a source ended up getting leaked from some high up official of Amazon, and turned around and said that Amazon's going to make their own cryptocurrency, and that they're going to be accepting Bitcoin. Obviously, that would be massive, massive news for Bitcoin, and would push the price up considerably, which is what the people thought was happening just here. And then, as it was sort of reaching up to these highs, Amazon publicly announced that this is not the case, that they're actually not. It's false. It's false info. And then the price started dumping, and then sort of coming down to this medium line here. This is making me think that perhaps because the top of this came to here and the bottoms closed here, I think if all of this ended up going up a little bit, we might find ourselves with a better what's the word I'm looking for? A more accurate place to put the pitchfork. So it's easy enough to change. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's try the tops of this line is just here, because there was let's try the top of that green close there, and see how that works for us. Is that a little bit more accurate? We're getting there. I think it could be a little better. Okay, let's go to these here. So we need to go down. So where's a better place to go? Maybe we've tried that one. Let's try the close of this red. There we go, bang on. The reason why I say it's bang on is obviously the wick touched, it closed here, it opened here, and it's working out here. So this is a better place. So now it can be locked. So you can see how powerful it is. Once you've moved it around and shifted it, you can stick it where you want it and just let it be. Then just let it sit and allow your trades, or your signals at least, to sort of bounce between the lines. If they break, then you know that that here's going to be your next target, or if it breaks, then up here is going to be your next target. And so this has worked out nicely. So pitchforks are good. Yeah. So this is what's going on with the RSI. Could this be the breakout? Could this be the news that's kind of got the FOMO going and FOMO rolling? Yes, it could be, but again, I just like to see the speed now of the price increase, but for it to slow down a little bit on the RSI. And what's happening now is we're starting to, as this move's just happened, it's allowing us to get the RSI and this price action to be able to read direction of trend better. I mean, this could be a lower high still. We're still making lower highs. There's a high, there's a lower high, and we've just come up here now. And this could this roll over now and become another lower high and come down further? Yes, it certainly can. But now this has happened. Before, we kind of the RSI and the price action were following each other, so we couldn't get any kind of readings on divergences and things, not proper ones. But now this has happened and given us a spike. We just need a few more days close to find out what's going on, and then we can read a divergence or convergence from any of these points. Then, but whilst this action's going on so fast, it's difficult to kind of read. This hole here is great, especially if we end up breaking or closing at least the next couple of days at the tops here. Then we can find that this ceiling here, which is very close to this 382 here mark on the fibs, can get sort of hit then, and then find out where we're going to go from there if we end up going at that high. Certainly feeling a little bit better today than I was yesterday, that things are going to move ahead. Before I came on, I was looking at Bitcoin dominance, and it was in the red a little bit further than it is now. But this is good for us if we're in altcoins. It means that, you know, if this can continue to come down and come and make a way down, especially if Bitcoin's going up, it means altcoins are not only gaining in traction against fiat currency, but it also means that we'll be able to make more Bitcoin from our money, should we be looking to put our money into Bitcoin, and save that golden currency for a rainy day, or for long-term investments for bigger things in our lives, be that college, education, a new house, or starting a family, or whatever it is that's something positive and upbuilding, and yeah, something of good fortune in your life. Fortune. Okay. That's that. So that's Bitcoin, really. Bitcoin dominance. Ethereum and Bitcoin normally follow each other quite tightly. They haven't decoupled. Doesn't look like they're going to decouple anytime soon. Very similar kind of stretch here, but without the price action. So the RSI. So this is even more so of a worry to me for Ethereum, is that Ethereum's going up so fast on the RSI, but the actual price action doesn't warrant this amount of speed of the RSI being stretched out. Okay, what do we got? So who we got? We've got 3 concurrent viewers. I don't know, four concurrent viewers, sorry. So you'll have to let me know who's on. Say hey, 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 or ho, 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 or yo, 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 or say whatever you want to say, but say something so that I know who's on. And then I'll be able to tailor this to yourselves. And if there's anything you want me to look at, then let me know, and I will let you know. Okay, so this is pre-market, really, isn't it? So we're just looking at GME and AMC. Right, so yeah, pitchfork on this, pitchfork on AMC as well. Yeah, so now we're kind of below here now, so there's a bit of a resistance here, but we've got support here at the as well. So sort of the concept of us breaking down when market opens, I think it's going to be difficult. I said that yesterday, but it did, and then it ended up closing on the line. So whilst this happens and it comes down in the day, it's like an elastic band, you know, the price action. It can be pulled, but then it'll just go back to its natural sort of seating position, and you know, where the elastic band is, without it being stretched. And that's what can happen with price, is that the resting price of where it needed to be yesterday was where it ended up closing, but we did get it stretched down again and then bounce back up, which is where this what they call a POC, the point of control on the VPVR. And then we ended up closing the day quite nicely above it and making a little bit of a bit of a profit, and that was good. It was good. Hey Tony, on a run, checking in to say hey. Hey Ronaldo, good to see you, man. Nice to see some of your other streams or videos, I should say, and keep them coming, man. Because I'm always smiling when I'm watching them. Always smiling, and it's good to see. And I'm looking forward to meeting up soon, where we can truly jam and mess around, roll about and do what we got to do. Yeah, keep that coming on. So yeah, that's my thoughts with GME. Right, AMC is similar. So it's, when I say similar, I'm about similar in that the pitchforks here for us to see where the kind of resistance is. There's the stretch again that happened the day before, and that we closed nicely there. No surprise, we closed the candle at the same point as opening there, and also this one here. So we've got some resistance to get through. And we don't have as much sort of to go by on the orders and for the VPVR, so it's not really giving us a lot. So that can just be hidden for now and not become a distraction. Oh, wrong one. But that is the VPVR. Yeah. Nothing significant there for AMC. This was a nice surprise though for us when AMC shut up here. Just shows us that there is something up there for us to sort of revisit soon. And you know, I was speaking yesterday about as potentially making a either a W pattern, or you know, or is this gonna come up and make an M pattern and give us a dip down to the 786? We'll have to sort of see, but for now, it's not something that I'm trading. I'm just hodling. I think it's dangerous to trade these two right now. I think the best thing to do is dollar cost average and hodl them for a rainy day. AV, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. I hope you've enjoyed what we've done so far. Wanted to come in a little bit later today because it's sort of stretching out. You know, if you come in on 2 hours, 3 hours before market open, it's just a bit of a long drag to try and talk about junk. Junk is the appropriate word. But yeah, green day yesterday, green day today. That's that. Matic Polygon looking nice. This is against Bitcoin as well. As Bitcoin's rocketing now and sort of making some nice gains, Polygon is following suit. So, but it's not following suit against fiat. It's following suit against Bitcoin, which is great news, and hopefully will make some new highs for Matic. And then Theta, it's the same for Theta. Theta is looking positive now, from the standpoint of looking at the oversold here. It's been a long time since it was in the oversold territory. Last time it ended up making massive gains against Bitcoin. Appreciate that there's obviously the dominance to consider there, but still, for it to come down much further after making such a low on the RSI, can only really make a positive move, because Theta's not going anywhere. Hence, I've got the t-shirt on, or the hoodie. Is it a hoodie? Yeah, it's a hoodie. Yeah. All right. What else is there? I think that's it. Even now, I've still got 22 minutes to talk. It's impossible. I don't know how Rocky Outcrop does it. Anybody who watches this video in the future, check out the description, Rocky Outcrop, and be sure to subscribe to his channel because he is quite the genius. And yeah. If I go quiet, guys, I'm just looking for stuff that's worth mentioning. Char's looking a bit of a mess, to be honest with you. There's too much dirt on there. But because I know what it all is, it's all pertinent. I suppose that one can come off now, but I think we'll revisit that one day. So I'm just curious, actually, about the crosses. You know, we had a death cross, so-called death cross, and also with the price action going up so fast, if the Ichimoku cloud, if it's shown us that we're above the cloud now, can't be too far off. So close. Yeah, if we end it, it'd be great if we could just trend sideways and make a pendant here, and then go up again, like this. Make this bull pendant here, and sort of bounce between the 236 and the 382, just in here. Just come sideways a few, or you know, by all means, Bitcoin, go up there and come along here, then go up. That'd be great too. Yeah. Looking good. Okay, so let's get rid of the Ichimoku cloud. It's important to manage your risk, guys, when you're doing anything like this. If you're making profits, if you've put any trades in on, especially if you've done any leverage trades on anything, take your profits on the way up. Yeah, don't be greedy. So, because like it did here, it could turn around so fast and start coming down, and then you'd be kicking yourself that you didn't take the profits here. Let's check out DOT, 'cause I've got somebody who wants me to look at DOT. Yeah, so this friend of mine's gone into DOT, but they came from Bitcoin into DOT, and then typically said, "What do I think of the move?" after they'd made the move, and I said, "Well, you should have asked me first what I think of it rather than asking me after." But yeah, they made the move anyway, and it's similar thing that I've mentioned about being in the oversold area of RSI. Is if you are going to make a move on that, make sure that you at least buy it when it's down at the bottom as opposed to at the top. You've got more chance of it going up. But yeah, when I look at divergence, I'm always looking at the bottoms, because I'm always wanting some kind of bullish signal of a turnaround, and that's kind of just following the price action. We don't have any hidden bearish divergence here, which is good. Because if the price was coming down and the RSI was going up, then there's only more space for it to go over. So we don't have a hidden bearish divergence. With regard to bullish divergence, it's not really bullish divergence either, so there might be something small and pretty insignificant here. I'm not sure. So nothing really on DOT. So sorry to my friend. Nothing that I can say on that one. Sometimes fundamentals, like it is with Bitcoin, and the FOMO, starting the FOMO can make things change. Well, that can be the same with things like altcoins as well. You might be in an altcoin and the Bitcoin dominance is going the opposite way. So let's say, for example, let's say the Bitcoin dominance starts shooting up here, and you're in an altcoin. Let's say you're in Ethereum, for example. Then, or let's say XRP would probably be a better example. Let's say you're in XRP. Bitcoin ends up rocketing the altcoin, the alt dominance BTCD starts shooting up. Then what generally happens then is all of the rest of the altcoins against fiat will be pulled up like when Superman or Neo from the Matrix goes to fly up, he brings this wake of all of the muck up with him, like a vortex, if you like. Then this is what ends up happening with Bitcoin, is it ends up shooting up. It brings everything else up with it. So against fiat, you'll make money, but against Bitcoin, well, this is what this whole chart is about. It's about turning around and saying, which one weighs more? Which one weighs more on the scales? And as soon as Bitcoin goes up, then altcoins go down, and that's just the way that it is. So yeah, on this chart here, generally speaking, that's what ends up happening. But if Bitcoin's going up, then it's taken the entire altcoin market. It's the entire altcoin market that it's calculating. It's not just your XRP, right? So it's possible that could happen, just as the FCA or SEC turn around and say that they are backing and recommending XRP as a digital currency to move payments around, as a bus, as a mode of transport, if you like. And yeah, if that ends up happening, then yeah, XRP, you could make loads more Bitcoin than XRP sorry, you can make loads more. Try and figure out what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you'd be able to make a lot more Bitcoin on your money than just being in Bitcoin, and because XRP will overtake Bitcoin. Not a market cap necessarily, but if you've got $1,000 of Bitcoin, or I should say something like I don't know, 5,000 satoshis of Bitcoin, then if you just take some fundamental analysis, and then you'll end up having 200,000 satoshis. So you'll end up making more Bitcoin. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Right, that's it. but is there anything else to talk about really? This just really it's really boring. It's really boring because yeah, it just is. I suppose the excitement here is that we can still be, you know, if any of you did go long on Bitcoin, then that was good, and yeah, and look for short opportunities now as we're approaching this is this 236. Have a look down on the time frames and go down to the 4 hours, see if we're making any patterns. Like an M pattern could definitely be playing out right now, and if it does, then you know it would end up taking us down to this halfway mark here. In fact, I would say look at these two here as being your take profit when the price gets to 34694. So yeah, that if we do end up coming down and breaking this point, that's where you put your short, and that's where you take profit. When I say that, you can't see it on a phone, so you'd put your short in at 36489, and your take profit would be 34741. Yeah, but yeah, that isn't financial advice. I'm just saying that's technically what we should be doing. Yeah, price is going up here, so there's nothing bearish on that. That's interesting here. We've got something that's not right here, so there's a divergence there. So the price is going up, and the RSI is going down. So we've got something positive there. And as we're kind of moving up the scale like this, then we could turn around and say we're in a mini uptrend. In which case, this here would work out as what they would call hidden bullish divergence, where you know we're moving in that direction, and the RSI is coming down to give us more momentum to the upside. So that is yeah, that's bullish. So that's good. So yeah, just keep your eye out for that. That can change here at any moment. Just keep your eyes on things. Going down to the 1 hour, is anything on there that's saying anything? No, just that divergence there is more pronounced here, going down, and the price going up. That's it. How far have we got? I've got 12 minutes to go. Is there anything that you want me to talk to you about? Is there anything, guys, that you don't understand? Any maybe some trading setups? Do you want me to just quickly put on a couple of trades? Do you want to see my trading platform? Do you want to see what trades I've got going? Put it in the chat and let me know. Okay, so what we got? We've got 18, 19, 20. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. We got 12 minutes to go. We got 12 more minutes to go. Guys, give me some hey, hey, hey. Let me know you're here. And let me know if there's anything you want me to look at. Yeah. Let's get back over to the daily. I think Matic's going to be a good buy. I think Matic's going to do well now. I think even if Bitcoin dominance ends up changing, I think Matic can hold its own and kind of not necessarily follow the trend of the rest of the alts. I reckon that Matic could gain on Bitcoin even as the Bitcoin dominance starts to go up, if it goes up. But just as stocks and shares and Forex and even cryptocurrency, you look at the different tools, and when you're looking at the dominance, those tools work on this charts as well. So just because this isn't a coin, you know, it's still essentially Forex. You know, Forex, you trade in foreign exchange. You know, you could be trading the United States dollar versus the Great British pound, for example, and that's two currencies. And when you're looking at Bitcoin dominance, you're looking at essentially two currencies. You've got Bitcoin versus all of the altcoins together as a whole market cap, as a whole bundle. So because of that, you can turn around, and these tools still work. So the Bollinger Bands, the fibs, everything, they all work. Which means resistance and support lines work still, and that's what I'm just going to put in here, is that we had a just make sure that, yeah, let's bring that down so that it includes this middle bit here. The more lines, the more lines your resistance or support line goes through, the safer and stronger your support line is. If I end up going up to there, a resistance line, sorry, it's only going through that candle there, and obviously this one here, but it's not including this this high and this high, right? So if you're trading anything and you're drawing a support, a resistance, the more lines you can go through, the more candles you can go through, the stronger it'll be. So here, obviously, we've got this candle and this candle, but this one's not quite touching. You can, if I just stretch it out a little bit, you can see that we're not touching there. So bring it down, and now we're inclusive of this line. Then this support here has a more chance of getting touched on the next one up, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I am just going to leave that there for now and turn around and say, well, that seems to be a good point of strength for the BTC dominance. And don't forget, guys, as obviously crypto is starting to develop, we're getting far more. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, crypto, far more cryptic coins. We're getting far more coins coming out all the time. When I first started dealing with cryptocurrency, there was just less than 1,000 altcoins, and now I have no idea. I haven't even looked at market cap to see how many coins there are. What we got? 8 minutes. So let's have a look. See if I can find it. Let's see, because I'd be interested to see. Page 59. There you go. 5,801 coins. 5,801 coins. Blooming heck. Hi all, not getting any audio on this stream. Anyone else? Ah. Hello. You should be. Let's have a look. We've got 3 concurrent viewers, so can somebody come on and let me know? Can somebody come on and let me know? If you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let's have a look. So, this is me, live now. So can somebody come on and let me know? So it's not me, buddy, because I can hear myself on my phone. And everything's good. No, the audio is fine. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, okay, that's cool. So where are we now? Okay, so that's what I was saying is now there's 5,801 coins on Coin Market Cap, and yeah, so when you've got to take that into consideration when looking at the past of Bitcoin dominance, and turn around and say, okay, well, when Bitcoin came down here, let me have a look to what Ethereum did when Bitcoin did this. That can't really be looked at right now because there might have only been 1,000 or so coins back then. So yeah, and that's the same for this. These big gaps here that you see and all the rest of it. Actually, I think if I just go to my stream settings, I might be able to change that. No, it's started now already. I've got normal latency. It would have been better to have some to change it to ultra low. Okay, so 5 minutes to go. Yeah, so that's it really. So that's a good resistance point. If you guys care to put a marker there as well for yourself, if we end up breaking this point of resistance, we end up breaking that, then you know it's going to demolish most of the altcoins. Until we end up sort of getting a bounce and then going further up if we are going to. But will we ever see, if I sort of shrink this right back now, will we ever see Bitcoin dominance coming all the way up here at sort of the 90s and the 80s again, ever? It's very, very unlikely with the amount of coins that we've got now. In fact, I would even go so far as to say to get Bitcoin to come up to these levels here again is going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I mean, there's a line here. That's when big. Yeah, I can change that now because that's. It used to be considered that 60 was the. It used to be considered that 60 anything under 60 is altcoin season, right? Anything as soon as you drop below 60, it's altcoin season. But the more altcoins that are available now, the more that whole dynamic and shift starts to change because there's more altcoins. So there's more on the scales there's more on the scales for the alts than there is on Bitcoin. So the market cap of altcoins compared to the market cap of Bitcoin is going to continue to change. And not only that, but there's more people now investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and the ladder. Okay, so market opens in 4 minutes. So what we're saying, guys, what's the bets? CC said he can hear me. So it's he. She? He? Oh, I forgot the names now. It's been a week. I'm sure CC's somebody else. I think it's a she. I think I got confused. Anyway. A lot of these people that follow me very kindly and support me by their comments and things, they've got different names in the Discord, and some of them got their own channels and they've got their own names in things, so it's difficult to remember everybody. And then on top of their other names, then you know their proper names as well because they've told you their proper names, and then it all goes pear-shaped. Okay, so what we got? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes to open. 3 minutes to open. And as it opens, you know, could the New York Stock Exchange dump Bitcoin? You know, it's pumping now. Everyone's making longs. The open is about to happen, and then we get a big sell-off of alts back down to here, which is why I'm saying, you know, to make a short position right now wouldn't be a bad thing to consider. No financial advice. Let's have a look at GME. See down the time frames, because now we've got yesterday to look at, which means we can go to the hourly and find out what the general consensus was yesterday, which we couldn't do yesterday because obviously, you know, we had the weekend and things change. So yesterday we had a resistance that we couldn't get past. We tried a few times here, and here. So that was resistance yesterday. So it can sure as hell be resistance today as well. And yeah, so we have got this hole here. I'd say that this is where, you know, I'd shoot myself in the foot. But GME to be going down today, and AMC on the hourly. Was that the hourly I've just looked at on GME? Hang on a sec, guys. Just start again. Yeah, that was the hourly, so that's fine. Yeah, so I'd say that's likely to go down, and AMC, yeah, same sort of story here. AMC is a little bit different. That could rocket up really quite considerably. We've got 1 minute, and I mean considerable. Yeah, up or down actually, but Yeah, we still could see 5%. AMC could surprise us all. It's been sort of heading that way. Right, here we go. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Come on. Why hasn't GME's candle shown yet? But AMC has. Yeah. So I can see this just being a wick and then is making some highs today. And then GME, I'm not sure on why, but we haven't opened up another candle yet. So the candle is supposed to be opening now and hasn't. Arguably it has now. Huh? That's bizarre, isn't it? So on the hourly, it's only shown as there we go. She was just a little bit late. That's all. That's fine. She can be late. She's allowed. Okay, GME. Yeah, I think is more likely to go down. AMC is more likely to go up, and it's made its candle now. And yeah, let's see what happens. It's done its candle. Let's see if we're right. Let's see what happens. So there we go, guys. That's a nice little stream today. Nothing major. And yeah, so let's see if we're going to start getting a dump now of Bitcoin. Are we going to get the dumpage of the dump piecage on Bitcoin? Yeah, well, it was there a minute ago, and now it's down here. So it's starting. Yeah. Cool. So, tomorrow then, guys, girls, friends, tomorrow we shall discuss what it is that we did today and see if we were right. And yeah, that's it. I am off. I'm going to continue my trades and looking into different things that I want to do. And I will say adios. I will say adios. Just waiting. Still here. I fooled you. Okay, I'm really going now. Okay, bye.